going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. The question is asking to find the centroid of the region bounded by these two equations. So let's draw the graph of this one first. The first thing is we have y is equal to x square. We know that that's a parabola opening up. So let's draw that one first. So we have a parabola that is opening up, and another one is 8 minus x square, and this means minus x square means this is opening down. Also, it's this 8 represent that's moved 8 units to the upper direction, right? So it's gonna be like this. So we have this one right here, and this is 8, and this is 0. Okay, so now the first thing is we have to find out the limits of integration. To do that, we just equate this equation. So that's going to give us the limits of integration. X square is equal to 8 minus x square, and if I move both to this direction, this is going to give us x square plus x square minus 8 is equal to 0. So 2x square minus 8 is equal to 0. 2x square is equal to 8. X square is equal to 4. Therefore, x is equal to plus or minus 2. So we know that this is going to be minus 2, this is going to be plus 2, and so from this one it looks like our x bar is going to be 0, because this is the region we are interested in, right? So here, if you notice that center is almost like 0, but however, we just calculate and see what we get. The first thing we have to do is we have to find the area. To find the area, we can use this equation. A is equal to integration a to b minus top function, that's f of x, minus g of x. G of x is bottom function, dx. So here we have the top function, that is 8 minus x square, and the bottom function is x square. So all we have to do is subtract. But to make this to make the calculation easier, what I can do, I can take this 0 to 2 and calculate the area in this one and multiply by 2. So that makes the calculation easier. So let's do that one. 2 times integral 0 to 2 f of x is the top function, that is 8 minus x square, minus g of x, that's x square, dx. Right, so we have 0 to 2, 8 minus 2x square dx. Now we can do the integration. So this is going to give us 8x minus 2x cubed divided by 3, and that's going from 0 to 2. So let's substitute the values. So we have 2 times 8 times 2 minus 2 times 2 cube divided by 3, and the other value, if you substitute 0, that's going to be just 0, so we can just put 0 right here. And this is going to be 2 times 16 minus 2 cube is going to be 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 over 3. And if we take 1 over 3 common denominator, if we take 3 common denominator, that's going to give us 48 over 3. 48 minus 16 over 3. And if you calculate this one, this is going to give us 32. So 2 times 32 divided by 3, and that's going to give us 64 over 3. And this is our area. Now we are going to use this one to find our centroid. So let's see how we can calculate centroid. To calculate the centroid, we have this equation that to calculate x bar, we have 1 over a integral going from a to b, x times f of x minus g of x. F of x is top function, g of x is bottom function, and dx. So let's plug all the values. 1 over a, so 1 over a is 64 over 3, so we just have to flip this one. So this is going to be 3 over 64. And the limits of integration, minus 2 to plus 2. X is going to be just x, and then the top function is 8 minus x square, and the bottom function is just x square dx. So let's simplify this one. 3 over 64 minus 2 to 2. This is gonna be 8 minus 2x square, 8 minus 2x square dx, right? Now multiply everything by x. That's gonna give us 3 over 64 negative 2 to 2, 8x minus 2x cube dx, right? 2x cube dx. So let's do the integration. So this is going to be 3 over 64 negative 2 to 2, and if you do the integration, this is going to be 8x square over 2, and this is going to be 2x power 4 over 4. We are integrating, we don't have to put this sign right here. Okay, so we have this one right here, and that's going from negative 2 to 2, right? So now we have everything. We can simply substitute the value and see what we get. Before I do that, maybe I can simplify this one a little bit more. So 3 over 64, 4x square, 4x square minus x power 4 over 2, right? Now we have this limits of integration minus 2 to 2. Let's substitute these values and see what we get. So 3 over 64, and here we are going to have 4 times 2 square. 2 square is 4, so that's going to be 16. 4 times 4 16, minus 2 power 4 is 16, so 16 divided by 2, that's going to be 8. So let's put 8 right here. 16 divided by 2, 8. Now we have to substitute this negative 2. 4 times negative 2 square is going to be 4, so 16. And then minus negative 2 to the power is going to be 16 divided by 2. That's going to be 8. And this is 16 minus 8. 8. Right? 16 minus 8, 8. Okay, 3 over 64, 16 minus 8 is 8, minus, this is going to be 16 minus 8, so this gives us 0. So as we guessed before, this is, the whole thing is going to be 0, because if this is 0, 0 multiplied by this one, that's going to give us 0. So we can conclude that x bar is going to be equal to 0. Right? Now we calculated the x bar, but we have to find the y bar now. We don't have enough space. Let me erase everything. Okay. So let's continue our y bar right here. So to find the y bar, we have the equation that is y bar is equal to 1 over a integration a to b half time f of x square minus g of x square, right, square dx. So this is the equation we are going to use. So here, as same as this one, 1 over a is going to be 3 over 64, and then limits of integration is negative 2 to 2 times half times, again bring the half to the front. So since it's a constant, I can bring it in front. So this is going to be 1 over 2 integration -2 to 2, and f of x square is going to be this value, the top function square, 8 minus x square minus the bottom function, that is x square dx. And if I square that one, that's going to give us, so let's simplify this one first, 3 over 128, and this is going to be -2 to 2, and if I square this one, this is going to be 64 minus 16x square plus x power 4. So this is going to be the expansion of this one. This is simply going to be just x power 4, so minus x power 4 dx, and x power 4 we can cancel those both of them, right? So whatever we left we have to integrate. So let's simplify this one. 3 over 128 going from -2 to 2, 64 minus 16x square dx. So let's continue this one right here. Okay, so we have this one. Let's do the integration. 3 over 128. If I do the integration, this is going to be 64x minus 16x cubed divided by 3, going from -2 to 2. Let's substitute the values and see what we get. 3 over 128. 64 times 2 is going to be 128, and 2 cube is going to be 8. 8 times 16 is going to be 128 divided by 3, and then minus -2. So -2 times 64, -128, and then -2 cube times 16, so 8, -8 times 16 is going to be -128, but here we have minus, plus, so plus 128 divided by 3. Okay, so we have this minus, that's going to be plus, so 3 over 128, and if this is plus, that's going to be 256. We have minus right here, minus, so it's going to be minus 256 divided by 3, right? Let's simplify everything by this 128. So this is going to be 3 times 2 minus 2 over 3. Let's multiply both of them by 3 and see what we get. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 3 times 2 is going to be 6 divided by 3. That's going to be 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. Therefore, y bar is equal to 4. And if you notice, that makes sense because this is 8 and it almost like half of it. Our graph doesn't really represent this, but this graph should be going like this, right? So that's the way it makes sense. So our y bar is right here and x bar is at 0. So we can conclude x bar is 0, y bar is at 4. So that is our final answer. I hope you guys find this video helpful. Thanks for watching.